Hello, welcome to Alicia's Market Minute, where I break down what has happened in the real estate market in the Greater Baltimore area for the last 7 days. Let's get into it. Let me show you my screen, and we're going to talk about what all these numbers mean. So what these numbers mean is in the last 7 days in the entire Greater Baltimore area, that is Baltimore County and Baltimore City, I am not including the other around surrounding counties. So in the Greater Baltimore area, we have 116 coming soon properties. What that means is that there are properties that have been entered into the MLS, but they are not quite ready to be shown yet. And we as real estate agents are actually not allowed to show these properties that are in the MLS. That is number one. Number two, we brought 1,500 properties to active market with an average sales price of $285,000. Now, if you look right here, this is the average sales price and the average days on market, which is showing up as 73 for the active properties on the market. Now, there are two statuses for under contract, meaning a property has had a negotiated contract with a buyer and a seller, and they have come to an agreement. So that is active under contract and pending. So active under contract, we have, which means that there are contingencies on the property or on the contract, meaning that the buyer has a loan to get or a house to sell or inspections, things like that. So in the last 7 days, we have brought 372 contracts for active under contract with the maximum amount of time on the market at 1,000 days and the average amount of time on the market for 40 days. Now the median is showing 14 days on the market. I think that is the number we need to pay attention to. The bulk of properties are selling within the first week or two. In this market with very high demand and low inventory, your house, if it is priced right and positioned to sell, it should sell very, very quickly. The second pending section, so we have 372 active under contracts, but we also have 1,418 properties that went under contract in the last 7 days where the status was changed from active to pending. Now, sometimes you can go from active under contract also to pending. So pending means that there are no more contingencies, or at least they shouldn't be, but the use of these two under contracts are a little fluid and it's not always the same, and I'm sorry for that. But we have 1,400 properties went under contract. Now, the other piece that I want to bring to mind is the median is 11 days. I just said that under 2 weeks, properties are selling. The average is 39 and the max is 1,200 days. But you also are looking at the max, and that is in the luxury market. If you look at the max of everything, it's all in the luxury market. The luxury market is behaving differently. Now, we had 43 properties that were withdrawn, and there were 224 properties that closed. Here's where I want you to also look at this part of the chart, where it says the sold price to original list price. If you look at the average of the last week's closings, number one, they were going under contract in between 16 and 19 days. And number two, they are selling about 118 to 120% over original asking price. Over original asking price. Only 36 listings expired. That means they were put on the market and they did not sell, and the system took them out. 24 listings were canceled for a total of 4,057 listings. I will do this again next week, and I hope it was helpful.